Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to another session of X5 Studios where we capture talent and bring them to you for you to be able to see them and know what Cameroon is actually made up of. So today we are diving into the journey of a multi-talented youth. He's into modeling, he's into dancing, and he's into art as well. So you get to learn a lot just by watching this video. So we are here with Mr. Emmanuel, my co-host. Greetings,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Meva. Thank you.
And of course, One Big Deal. I'm sure most of you guys will know him. He's based here in Buya and he's very talented. Welcome, Deal.
Thank you very much, Maiva.
Okay. So thank you for having us. We're very pleased to have you here.
It's my pleasure.
Okay. So we'll go straight into the agenda for today. So, Deal, what would you love to please introduce yourself to the audience? Who are you? What do you do?
Okay, birth names, because a lot of people doubt it when I say it, is Dior Moscow. Dior Moscow is my birth name. Because
You're like the Moscow of Russia.
like the Moscow of Russia and the fashion brand Dior.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. That has inspiration for my book.
Yeah, man.
Because anytime I tell people that, they always say, "Are you sure?" I always get that question. I'm like, in fact, now I'm always waiting for it. Like, I'm always waiting for, "Are you sure?" So yes, my name is Dior Moscow.
Okay.
I am a visual artist. For visual artists, I won the Oracle competition, the National Oracle competition 2022.
Wow.
I am a model, and I just recently partook in a competition known as Top Man Cameroon, organized by the Cameroon Pageant Academy.
Okay.
And I emerged as the second runner-up
Wow.
for that
Right.
competition.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you very much. I'm also a dancer based on Afro and hip hop. And lastly, there are a lot of other things, but I always use this four as the main. And lastly, I'm a content creator or videographer.
Wow.
Oh.
So you see, guys, we brought to you the person involved in everything. So for those of you who are into modeling, into dancing, into whatsoever, you have a lot to learn from here. So, Joe, I don't know, with all of this going, we're curious. I think the audience is curious as well. Why all this for?
Uh, well, some of them are God given talents, and I just feel like I'll be disrespecting God if I do not manifest these talents.
Okay.
Yes, and others are passions, things I'm passionate about. For example, I like to say I was born an artist because it's something that since I was a kid I always fantasized about till the day I actually met a couple of persons who helped me nurture that talent and make it what it is today.
All right.
Yes, but for other ones now, they're just things that I do mostly for fun.
Okay.
I do use them as a career, but my main thing in my life presently is being a visual artist, helping using my art to inspire people and to create impact.
No, but I think there are some people that really want to understand what is visual art exactly.
Okay, visual arts. There are many forms of arts, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
There is modeling. Modeling is an art.
Yes.
Acting is an art. Music is an art. Then there is painting and drawing.
All right.
So I am a visual artist. Visual arts now is the ones visual, the art that you can see. You can
Okay.
not see somebody's voice when the person sings. You cannot see music. You listen to
Yes.
music.
Listen.
So you can say photography is a visual art. You can say film acting is a visual art. But now I do drawing. I am a visual artist in the sense that I draw. And now that one can be subcategorized into fine art. Fine art because there's plastic art, which is the ones where you use wet medium, and there is fine art, which is the ones where you use dry medium like charcoal, pens, pencils, and all the rest. So I am a fine
You
artist.
mean the normal charcoal that you cook with?
Not necessarily. People do use that, but ours is refined. The one that we use is refined.
Okay, special charcoal. Just
Not
like the name also is charcoal.
yes. The name is charcoal. So
All right.
Refined.
I get it. But now, in all of these things, why did you choose visual art to make your main? Is it that the other ones are not that profitable? Why visual art in particular?
like I said, it's something that I grew up as a child. It's something that from childhood I've always been passionate about. When
Okay.
I grew up in a Christian home, and my mother is a teacher, so
Okay.
she always I always see her draw charts for her pupils,
Okay.
and I just admire the way she always does them. And for me now, that's where the dream came up. Then now, when you grow up, as a child, you always watch cartoons and all that. So, when I watch cartoons, I don't just watch for the satisfaction from watching them, but I also imagine coming up with those kind of cartoons you get.
Especially the mangas.
Yes,
Oh,
especially the
okay.
mangas. I'm a big otaku.
All
I'm a
right.
big anime fan. So I usually watch that, and I was like, I want to be able to do this. I started drawing, of course, in my early stages. I was not that good. My elder brother used to draw better than me, but at some point he chose a different path, and I chose to stick to art. So
Wow.
that's how the thing kept growing till I got into secondary school, met my mentor in high school. Then from there, my art took a whole different level.
Talking
Amazing.
about talking about your mentor, I'm sure there are many other big people out there that you've seen that you actually admire them. And who are those, and how have they motivated you so far? Apart from your mom and the mentor you just spoke about.
When it comes to art, because I have mentors for all categories of things that I do. So when
Okay.
it comes to art, the people that I look up to, you have Arinze Stanley, a Nigerian artist. You have Kevin Okafor, a Nigerian artist based in London, UK. You have Charles Lavesso. I've forgotten the country, but it's somewhere I think South America. Then Shedrack Jiwa and Mystics Art, most of them. Then there's also Sese Langwe and Romaric Bidias. Those are Cameroonian-based artists.
Wow. So how have
Cameroonian artists, sorry. Sese is not based in Cameroon, but he's
Okay,
from
but
Cameroon.
before we go there, I want to understand, what do you take into consideration before working with someone and calling a person a mentor to you? Like, what are your characteristics to look up to someone as a mentor? Because there are many youth there that way,
Yes,
that are
yes.
lost in this space of mentorship. They don't
Yes.
know who to follow, who to not follow. Because for you, I guess it has been working. The people you have been following have been inspiring you, have
Yes.
been moving forward. What are the parameters you take into consideration before choosing someone to be a mentor?
Well, number one, I think the primary thing of having a mentor is that the person should be at a level which you aim to be at, to achieve.
Okay.
You should have
okay.
achieved something which you aim to achieve too. So
Okay.
that's the first thing. And the second thing is they should be of the moral standard, because you may be very good at what you do, but if you're not composed to a certain extent, if you're not I don't know how to say, but if you're not well brought up, let me just
Yes.
use that word in this circumstance. If you're not well brought up, I will love your art, but I will not really look up to you, because I will not want to, because when you choose a mentor, you also want to copy some
Of
personal characteristics of that person. And
Definitely.
if even if you like it or not, as long as you keep on being close to the person, his or her attitude will definitely wear on you. So
Yes.
I have to make sure that your moral values are also in line with mine.
Okay, so it means you take some time to do research about the person.
Yes.
You want to go with. Okay.
Yes.
No, it's good.
That's very interesting. So let's dive into your challenges. I guess managing all of these things is a whole lot. So
A
how do
whole
you take
lot.
it in? Are you a student? Your day-to-day activities? I mean, how does it turn out to be? How do you manage all of them?
Well, yes, I do get asked that question frequently, that you're doing so much. How do you manage all of these things? And people will expect you to say like create time and all this, but
Yeah.
for me the major thing here is sacrifice.
Okay.
It's sacrifice. Like I sacrifice my free time to do what I know that I need to do to be where I want to be.
All right.
And the second thing is that now that since I'm in so much, I always have you. If I want to do all of these things at once, it's impossible. So you have to choose the appropriate time to do a particular one.
Yeah, set your priorities.
Yes. Set your priorities. So you have to choose. You should know when. Like okay, within the week you have church, you have the day your working days, you have your time
Yes.
for pleasure and all that. You may have times with family and all that. So I have to like schedule my whole week in such a way that okay, I know that if I'm doing this thing at this time, which one will be most beneficial to me. There will be times that I'll be like, okay, I feel like this is the best time for me to work on my art.
Okay.
Also depending on my inspiration at that time, how
Okay.
motivated you feel to do that thing. So you have to choose like I'll be most often for as an artist, I'm most active for art in the night. Like when places are dark, that's when
Okay,
I
so you
feel
get the
most.
inspiration.
Yes, that's when I feel like I should grab my paper and pens and start doing
And do
something.
something. Okay.
Yes.
Now
Then
I have a direct question for you. Are you a
okay.
student?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Now it's the second direct question. How many hours in your 24 hours of a day? How many hours do you work? How many hours do you sleep?
For sleep, I'd say I sleep for about 6 hours, unless I am within that period where I feel like okay, let me rest a little. I've been overworking, but I sleep for about 6 hours, sometimes maybe five.
And you work for the remaining 18,
Yeah.
17 hours.
Then now for the that's 6 out of 24. That makes it
18.
18. So
Yes.
for the remaining 18 hours, I can say okay, you have time for family and house chores and uh, like things to do in the house.
Now let's just get an example. Narrate to us a typical day of your.
A typical day of the okay. I obviously wake up in the morning, pray
Okay.
Okay.
because you always have to bring God into everything you do.
During the
So
day.
I wake up in the morning, I pray, I do my. Obviously, you have to freshen up or brush your teeth, uh, take a bath, or do whatever is necessary for that morning. Let's just say house chores. Let me submit all under household duties.
Okay.
Okay.
Then now the next thing is obviously I get on my phone. Like you have to check it because in
Reply to
my
messages,
yes
emails.
I'm like self-employed, and the thing about being self-employed is you never have a steady income, so you never know when your next
Hit is going
When
to
your
happen.
next
commission
big
is going
gig
to
will
come.
be.
Yes, so
Exactly.
each immediately after I've done everything that I need to do that morning, next thing is I go on my phone to start check my social media, check who has messaged me, check how my posts are doing, check my insights to know whether this is what is favorable for my followers on maybe Instagram or Facebook or TikTok.
Okay.
Yes. Then after that, I can have some time to maybe leisure a bit, get breakfast, do other things. Then I think in when it comes to afternoons now, it's really unsteady. It's not. I don't have a steady program for the afternoons, but I always know that I have to go out, either meet somebody, attend an event, or I don't know. Something always comes up. Sometimes it's spontaneous. Somebody
Okay.
can just
Okay.
call you that, hey bro, come up here,
Something
and there's this coming up, and I'll just have to immediately
set up and
yes, and start
how to
going
go.
attacking that. When I come back, let's say I get some rest, and while resting, I may be editing content because during the days I'm like taking pictures or videos. I just get
Creating
back,
content.
yes, come back to go into my room. I start editing videos. That's partially me resting. I'll just lie on my bed. I'm editing videos, editing videos. If I get tired, I take probably like a 30-minute nap.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Wake back up. Um, I think that's then the night now when it's drawing close to the night. I may want to put my room in proper order to set up for drawing.
44 in the
For
okay.
drawing, for
Okay,
drawing.
yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Wow,
That's
that is
very,
a full day.
Yes.
That's a
very
full day.
beautiful day. So there's this thing most people actually talk about specialization. It's said to there's a belief that specialization actually bring peace of mind, like you're well guided and directed. But what you're saying, it looks like you manage the multi talent so well. So what do you have to say to those people who think that just one thing is important here, but if there's any other side hustle, something you want to embark on, you should not just be discouraged or whatsoever. So what do you have to say to most of these people?
Well, from the books I've read, well, I forgot to also add that sometimes I read too. So from the books I've read, no, every rich man will tell you that you can never make it with just one stream of income.
Okay.
So despite specialization, you can't just specialize on that one thing and only pursue that. Yes, it'll be possible for you, but at the one time that thing maybe uh,
Face.
starts
Sleeping
bringing
a little
some
bit.
yes, when it starts
Drawbacks.
slipping off, what do you do? So it's better like now I am an artist, I'm a model, and I'm a dancer. At least I know that if art is slow, definitely I'll be called to come uh, work for a particular event or feature in a video and get paid and all that. So it's just to catch up with deals. It's just to meet up with the bills. To keep up with the bills, you have to do other things. You cannot just depend on one because for every business, there'll always be that one time that you do not have like the business is slow. You don't have enough prospects coming in to pay you to keep up with your day-to-day lives, your branding and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think what you're trying to say is like you have that main thing that you hold on to, but you also have other things that
Yes.
you accompany. Because as you're going, your main value, the other sub values around
Exactly.
that
So,
they
so
come.
like I said, I'm a visual artist. So
Yes.
I put most of my effort into that one, but now I also use the other ones now.
Alright.
Like it's
Because you
not
can easily
it's not
do it.
yes,
It's
it's
not
not
easy
difficult
to.
for me to create content. I just have to I've been doing it for so long that now I just have to set up my phone. 10 minutes I'm done shooting. I may take 30 minutes to 1 hour to edit the video and all that, but after that, once I post it online, at least the reach is already there because I've already been gathering an audience.
Now I'm beginning to look at you like a Superman. But most of the times, even the Superman himself have some breaking points. So I think the audience would love to know as well. Do you have any breaking point? Is there any point in your life where you feel like, gosh, I'm tired. Let's just let it go.
Obviously, I do get it.
Okay.
That the as a creative, I'm a creative. As a creative, you always have a creative block period. There will always be a period where you feel uninspired to do almost anything. Like I may feel uninspired to draw. I may feel uninspired to dance. I may feel uninspired to just do anything. That period, you're just lazy. So sometimes that's when I take it. I take time back to spend more time with my family, more time with my friends because I'm somebody who is not really that engaged to people.
Okay.
Yes, like I don't really engage that much with.
You're much more in the family, but reserved.
Yes, I'm reserved. I'm a reserved person. So during those periods, I usually fall back, focus on myself, read more, research more, and all that. Then let's say, obviously, like I overwork most of the time. People say I'm a workaholic. Yeah, I agree. I am. So I always like. There's always this one part of the year. Like I always expect it every year that I know that there's going to be a certain time that I'm expecting a mental breakdown.
Okay.
Like it's normal. It's something that I remember I had it last year around September, about August, September. Then
Interesting.
I always have it every year, and I try as much as possible to combat it because it's not easy. It's like a
You have
time.
the
Not
No,
mental
mental breakdown, like you're
problem. It's
tired,
mental
you're worn
breakdown.
out.
Like your body is telling you that you should stop. Your body is tired. Your body is like a lot of
it
fatigue.
needs rest,
Your
yes.
brain is telling you that nah, I don't tire. I want rest.
Yes,
That kind of
yes.
thing.
I get it.
Yeah, so
I get
I
it.
always have that period. But now the thing is, from the last one and from the people that I got to meet during that period, I learned that sometimes when you have that period in your life, it's actually your body. Sometimes it could be your body telling you that it needs more expression of life.
Oh, expression of life.
Like yes, or explain. Like they say, if you interact with people and like interact with people who are above you,
Yeah.
Yes.
and your mind starts telling you, starts giving. Sometimes when your mind starts giving you self defeat, like it starts telling you that, what are you really doing with your life? That's your
Okay.
mind. That's indirectly your mind telling you that it sees the possibility of a better life for you.
Interesting.
That's a hence the word expression, more expression of life. So
Okay.
it's your mind telling you that it needs more expression. So I feel I interpret that mental breakdown into the sense that maybe I've been working, yes, my body admits that I've been working, I'm feeling tired, but at the same time it's telling me that maybe I've been working in the wrong direction. That maybe I should deviate my energy. I should take some time back, rest, refreshing my mind, then deviate my energy into a different direction and see how that goes.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So, Joe, we would love to know, how is all of this paying you?
Well, I cannot tell you the figures.
No, you don't bother about
I
the
cannot
figure.
tell
We
you the
just want
figures.
to know how
But
far.
like I make most of my money from being a visual artist. Then now modeling, and maybe modeling gives me exposure. Like I kind of categorize everything. Visual arts gives me the money. Modeling gives me exposure. Dancing gives me the fitness. There's this book I read, Ikigai. I don't know if anybody's Ikigai. I've forgotten the 10 secrets to a happy life, something like that.
Alright.
10 secrets to a happy life by it's a Japanese book. You should read it. Ikigai. So you have to look for something for a vocation, profession, mission, and vision. Yes.
Okay,
So
okay.
profession is the one that pays you. Mission is the one that what you're like, your ambition for the
aiming at.
future, what
Yeah.
you're aiming at, vocation, what you do for kind of like, it's just a something. It may pay you on so.
On
But
the but it's
anyway,
something you love doing to
yes,
serve.
yes, to serve exactly,
Yeah.
and the vision and all that. But now, okay, let's say, as I was saying, visual artist pays, modeling, uh,
Gives the exposure.
exposure, dancing keeps me fit. But
Very
all of them
interesting.
still pay.
Definitely.
Like, all of
definitely,
them
one
do,
way or the other.
all of them do the same thing. All of them do all of this. They pay me, they give me exposure. But now I know the ones that give me more of this.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, I know that drawing does not really give me that much exercise, but somehow it does, because I still have to do deliveries. I still have, in the process, I still have to walk about to probably station my tripod here and take a video.
Okay.
Yes. So in all that, they all interconnect. But now I just make sure that I know what exactly I'm getting from which. Yes.
Interesting. But now, there's something here that I want us to point out. Let's draw back to the beginnings. How were your beginnings? What are the things that triggered you to dive into it? And how can you trace your beginning? Like, let's say you have a youth out there that want also to follow your path, but they're in that space like, I'm lost. I don't know. I don't have an idea on where to start. Now, before us guiding on where to start, let's also talk about where you start and how it has been till now.
Okay. Growing up, I was somebody who had an inferiority complex. I had low self-esteem. Like, I had a lot of things that were always pushing me down. So I found drawing as that safe space, as a sort of therapy. Like, whenever I drew, I always felt better about myself. I was like, hey, I'm able to come up with this. And when some people saw it, they'll be like, bro, you did this.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And now their appreciation in me made me feel better. Indirectly, like, I first felt better for the fact that I could come up with this, and people's appreciation now made me feel like a better person in the society because of the inferiority complex and all that. So from drawing now, I started working. That's where I was like, okay, at some point I did not really need people to appreciate. Not that I was proud, but just in the fact that at least it feels good for me. If it feels good for me, and it's not deemed a bad thing in the society, then I should continue doing this for myself.
Definitely.
Yes.
definitely.
Then now when I got to school, I was a very playful person. I could not sit in one place. Like, sometimes I used to think that I have maybe ADHD or something, because even till today I still find it difficult to sit still. Yes,
Okay.
I must be moving, I must be doing something, I must be interacting. But yeah, I could not sit in one place, and indirectly that means I played a lot. So
Okay.
by playing a lot, I now met some friends who were doing this gymnastics in secondary school.
Yes.
Then I said they should teach me. They tried. And within 3 days, there's this move that they call Canadian in secondary school. It's this thing where you run in a stone, you flip over, you hit the stone and flip.
Yes.
So in secondary school, I used 3 days to learn it. That people were taking in maybe, like, people would take 1 month, you'll be flipping and falling. In 3 days, I could do it and stand on my own without much hassle. So that's why I was like, hey, I can do this too. From there, every break time, or me and my friends will gather up in a certain place, look for a stone, we're flipping. Everybody's doing this. You learn new tricks. And gradually, that's how because that's something that dancers use, like dancing moves. So that's how I gradually started meeting dancers, because they were like, wow, there's this kid who can really flip well. And they started looking for me. Yes. So that's how I started learning dancing. I started from hip hop. Many people don't know this, but I actually started as a hip hop dancer. Then at some point around Form 5, when I wanted to focus on my GCE, I stopped dancing, and I was going to a school that did not even have a field. So there was no possibility for me to be doing that thing. So I stopped at that point, focused on my school, focused on my studies, passed the GCE, went to now high school. I was in lycée. Lycée now has a very vast environment where you could do that. So
Always.
I continued that, and that's where I started gradually deviating to Afro dance and hip hop.
Okay.
Then modeling now came later in university, when I discovered that actually I'm photogenic. Whenever I had to take a selfie, I just do it, and boom, a nice picture comes out. Yes, a nice picture comes out. So I discovered this training program, a free training program by Young Chavo, called Runway 101. So he sent me the flyer, and I was like, hey, I'm photogenic. You never know what this may mean for you. So just try this out. I went there, and that's how I discovered that hey, I can be a good model. I already had a good physique from a lot of dancing and
Yeah,
flipping
yeah,
and all that. So the physique was already
the
there.
body, put the
Yeah, so I did not even have to stress that much when I started doing the modeling. I just had to learn the basics of it, the fundamentals, then grow more in the industry, and boom, that's how I became a model. Then videography now. In fact, I don't know that one. I've just had a good eye for pictures and videos. I just know where to put my camera, where to station, what angle to take, the movement to take.
It's just
That one
me.
just came.
Yeah.
Like
It's,
I
it
think it's
just
just
came
like
along the line.
whereas when I was doing all those things, arts, uh, dancing, gymnastics, the modeling. At some point, like I started, what somebody once told me that could be the possible reason for why I'm so good at videography and photography is because at some point when you get exposed to a lot of these things,
Okay.
your a part of your mind starts retaining the things you see. So, like I was a model, I'll feature in a video or go and watch the video of where I featured in. By watching that video, I'm already seeing the angle where
Picture out where
yes,
they place the
how
cameras,
the
how the
yes
lights were placed.
how the director did everything. As
Yes.
an artist, when I'm drawing, I know how to adjust one or two things in the in the picture frame. Sorry, in
Yes.
the picture frame that makes the picture look much better. All those things now just came into place to make videography and photography easy for me.
Oh wow, wow, amazing, man, amazing.
Very interesting.
Now, for the youth out there that want to dive, like want to follow your path, because definitely, I think I will rethink this. To the point. So, for the youth out there that wish to follow your path, what do you have to tell them? What should they do and how should they go about it?
Okay, if you want to follow a path like mine, first thing I'll say is choose one, work on that one, build something of it before you start diverting like me. If you listen to my whole story, you know that I started first as a visual artist. I was doing the gymnastics in secondary school, but I was still focusing on art. I was doing the arts most. Then the gymnastics were there for fun. That was what I was doing for leisure.
At that time, yes.
Yes, but I focused on arts for like I'll say since the first time I started going to school, like nursery school. When I started holding the pencil, I already started learning how to draw. But it's not like I was good.
Yeah,
Don't
at
don't
least the intuition
like
was
I
there.
could you know if a star has five sides, right? If
Yes.
I have 5 pointy edges,
Yes.
but I don't know in nursery school I still remember my star had like 7 or 10. I could not draw a good star in nursery school and primary school, but
Yeah.
I just kept forcing it until I became good. Like I want to draw a figure, and the reference which I'll be using will be erect. Then mine will be looking one side like it's dancing a little bit.
Especially
Yeah.
the 5.
That kind of
Without-
thing. Like I remember there's this cartoon Avatar. The villain there is Ozai, Lord Ozai, and my brother and I used to draw. Then I always remember he made fun of me because we wanted to draw the same character. He drew it so well. I drew mine. His face was one side, so we started calling it Disco Ozai because it was like he was dancing in the frame. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's the whole thing. So the bottom line is choose one, work on that one until you get to a level where, let's say, you are noticed for it and you can be paid well or reasonably well for it.
Okay.
Choose one, work on it, get to a certain level where you can be paid for it. Then now you can start diverting into other things. Because if you start diverting when you've not even established in another point, you just be mixing up your whole
Yeah, you get
mind.
lost along the way.
Exactly. Thank you very much. So yes, when you choose one, you get to a certain point. Like I worked on the art until I got noticed on social media. I've drawn some popular people that you may know.
Yes, I saw the
Yes.
picture of Okwa.
Yes, Ukwa, Mike Monster.
Yes.
You
What
even
else?
did the one for Libianca.
Yes, I did the cover for Libianca.
That one's
the
my
remix.
best.
Thank you.
Exactly.
So I did the cover for Libianca people. I did I drew Cleo Grey. I've drawn Loic Sumfo and all that. So
Okay.
Oh, wow.
yeah, I had to build first on that one, and I started deviating to other sides. Started seeing how I could just increase my streams of income.
No, beautiful, beautiful.
Okay, guys. So we're slowly getting to the end of the program. Hope the program so far has been very interesting. So now, one last point, Mr. Dior Art. What are your future plans? Your future goals? What do you how do you see yourself in the next, let me say, 5 years?
Okay, let me start with the arts. As an artist, my artist statement is just that I draw things that I draw concepts of the mind which I often had to express. That's what I draw. So I just, for as an artist, I just want to get more, get the opportunity to reach more people and do art which will make them have that self-reflection, that they'll reflect upon themselves and look at themselves and be like art. A good art has a certain feel to it. So I want my artists to be that type of art that when somebody looks at it, the person reflects upon themselves and be like, okay, what am I doing at this point in time of my life? What have I been doing wrong? What have I been doing right?
Yeah.
What can I do to make myself better?
Better.
What path is my life heading to and all that? That's for as an artist, I just want to keep on growing and reaching more people. The whole point of living a good life is, to me, is how many people you have touched, how many people you are able to touch. So I just want to continue doing that, continue being a role model to people, because from where I came from, yes, from where I came from, I was not the I was the type that if they told me that I'll be where I am today, like 10 years ago, I'd have been like, it's a lie. I believe that I was just this person who would just go to school, get a 9-to-5 job, work 100K per month for the rest of my life until I get a small family, and that's it. But now,
normal life.
yes, a normal life, exactly.
Yes.
So now I have a very much bigger vision. I have a vision for like the globe, not just Cameroon, not just Boya, not just Southwest, not just Cameroon, not just Africa. I want to reach.
And to aim high.
Yes,
Shoot high.
I'm really, maybe even Mars. Maybe I'll make the Martians also be like, wow, there's this. I've heard of this guy in Earth called Dior. So
Could still be possible.
yes, exactly. Then for a model, it's still a similar vision. Now for a model, it's more like, okay, this is where I came from. I was kind of made fun of because I had my skin. When I was in school, I was like the darkest in my class, or one of the darkest. So they always make fun of me.
You never
Then
knew that was your key to success.
yes, so I use that as a way to instead as my selling point. That's how the layman will put it. I use it as my selling point. I use it as my thing that will instead make people, which the thing that stands out most, use it to attract people. So I want to use now the modeling as a point that, okay, just because you have something in you that people look at it negatively does not mean it's necessarily negative. You could use it as a positive something. Like I know there's this syndrome, I don't know the name of it, I'm sorry if I don't know the name of it, where you see black people with albino spots on their body.
Yes.
So some people will be made fun of, but I know I've seen models on Instagram who are actually cashing out big just because they have that thing that stands out.
It captivates, calls for attention.
Because
and they use it
exactly.
positively.
So they use it now, and they are instead making money from it.
That's
So
how it goes.
that's for modeling. I just want to be a role model to other people.
Yes,
Of course, like impact lives.
Yeah, and also you out there have to understand that when people react negative to something about you, it's not that there's a problem with you. The thing is that it's the way they perceive it.
Exactly.
So you don't have to
Exactly.
let the way they perceive it affect you.
Exactly.
Stay who you are and keep walking on.
Thank you.
Where you're heading to.
Then as a dancer, still similar thing. I want that one there is just to show people that you can do something if you put your mind to it. Whatever you want to do, I feel like I can do almost anything.
You
Like
can do
I feel
anything.
like I'm. People always say I have the worst voice ever, but I feel like if I put my mind to it and I want to sing,
You will sing.
don't beg me, don't beg me.
I
So-
think I'll challenge you on that one.
So dancing is just like, okay, something that I love so much, and it helps me for kind of fitness because I don't have time to hit the gym and all that. So
Yes.
I use dancing as a sub workout routine.
Okay.
Yes, once I do one flip, like, I know that I've already lost like 1,000 calories.
Definitely. I think if I try,
So that's it for modeling. Then what's the last thing? Videography. Videography now, I just like videos. I like being on camera and behind the camera. So I just want to continue. That one is just something like content creation. I'm just learning content creation so that indirectly helps the other aspects of myself.
Definitely.
Because if I know how to create my videos, I can easily create my video for my art, easily create videos for my modeling, easily create videos for my dance.
Okay,
So
okay.
content is something that just cuts across the rest.
Definitely. All right, all right. Maybe I don't know if you have something before we go.
Oh, there's nothing much to say. I think I've learned a lot already.
Definitely.
Sitting in front of a Superman.
Thank you. So,
Stop it.
before we go, we just want to get one message for the audience.
One message for the audience, like word of the day, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, word
Our
of the
audience.
day.
Okay, word of the day. Let me pick a good one. Uh, yes, I have the perfect one. Nobody will know you if you don't make yourself known.
Very
Wow.
interesting.
Did I explain?
Nobody will
Yes,
know you
tell them more.
until you make yourself
Okay.
So that we can pick.
You're asking for their sake.
Yes.
All right. So the word of the day is nobody will know you if you don't make yourself known. And what I mean is that let's say I was always good. No, let me not say always, but I was good at shooting videos before last year because I started doing it last year. I was good at shooting videos before last year, but I nobody could come to me that please help me make a video for this my content or that because I never told anybody. I was just making it for myself, and I would not make it like I'll not announce to people that this video was actually edited by me. People would think that knows I called one of my friends who is actually a content creator
Yes,
and he's
come
making it
on.
big to come and help me. So it's at one point that I was like, okay, I think I should start making people know that I can do this thing. And once I did the first time, I called one guy, he's a flutist. I told him that I like this your flute thing that you're doing.
Yes.
Let's make a video.
Okay.
We did it. First video we made, it was so amazing. He loved it. Everybody whom he
Show
showed
the
that
video to.
made the video. They were like, "Who did this video? Like, it's so professional. It's so this." I showed this director friend of mine, a big director in the
In the
acting
industry.
industry,
Yes.
in the movie industry, and he was like, "Wow, you actually did this." He pointed out some mistakes that I made, of course, because it was still my first.
Yes.
But he was like, boy, you're already doing things that will not expect a newbie to do, a rookie. Like you captured some things and essences and so a movement that a normal person who is just beginning with videography
Yeah,
will
yeah,
not
will
be
pay
able to do.
attention to.
So that actually motivated me. But now I would never have gotten that advice if I do not do something that will make him know that I
you
can do this.
it. Okay,
So
okay.
nobody will know you if you don't make yourself known.
Wow.
Very
Thank you.
interesting.
Thank you. Learn something new today.
At least I've learned many things, but this particular one is actually very interesting.
Okay, thank you. So, all right, guys, I think we have come to the end of this. Emiva.
Yes, the end.
Yeah. So, all will say we would have loved you to come with some of your art so that our audience can see. But we guess
Exactly.
next time we'll have the premiere.
Definitely next time.
Okay. So, guys, if you wish to get to Dior Arts, of course, just get into our inbox and we will do our best to link you up because I guess it's available or he has a program for people that want to be like him, like a mentorship program
Yes.
kind of stuff.
Yeah, we have art programs that we help people. I am in art programs that teach people art. I am in model program that teach people modeling.
Okay.
The only thing that I'm not in is dancing and videography. I'm not in them yet.
Yes. Okay. All right. Good. Then I think you're the right place if you want to make, and this is the right time now that he is still available for us now. Yeah, down here because in some years to come, it's definitely going to be a hot cake.
Normally.
Get
We'll
it?
find
Amen.
you with touch.
Amen.
Definitely. So till then, we will say you were watching another series of an interview on 55 Studios, and if you love it and if you have something, please drop it at the comment section, and we will get back to you if you need a response from us. Till then, stay tuned. You are on 55 Studios, your home of Cameroon entertainment. Thank you.